What's the first thing you think of when you think of Prince's vocals? Is it his faultless, searing falsetto? Is it his super cool, deeper baritone? Or maybe it's his incredible screaming? Whatever it is, one thing's for certain. Prince was an exceptional singer and vocalist, with an incredible range from the lowest of the low notes to the highest of the high. Prince could do it all. Sing, rap, scat, scream and shout. Prince's vocals really were amazing, and it's probably fair to say, like a lot of his gifts, he didn't get enough credit for them while he was alive. When you think about all the different styles Prince could do, it was quite remarkable, and he just had the most coolest voice you ever heard.
And I'm harder than a heart attack, till I'm the cure for any disease, 'cause ain't nobody funky like me.
Prince's falsetto. Wow, what an instrument that was. According to Chris Moon, who gave Prince his first studio time as a teenager, it took Prince lying on the floor on his back in the dark to really first capture it and bring it out. Prince's falsetto would define his vocals on his early albums, with Prince even saying in an interview in 1980 whilst touring Dirty Mind in Europe that the falsetto was his natural singing voice and that it hurt to sing in his lower register.
You sing in a falsetto
Out of necessity.
out of necessity.
And it hurts to sing in a low voice. My natural singing voice is a falsetto.
But it was his baritone and lower register that would populate most of his biggest hits. Controversy, 1999, Little Red Corvette, Let's Go Crazy, When Doves Cry, Purple Rain, Raspberry Beret, Sign of the Times, You Got the Look, Alphabet Street. The list could go on and on. And yet it was his falsetto that graced his only UK #1 single, The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. Note to all the UK radio stations, please stop fading the track just as Prince is really hitting the high notes at the end. There are always people listening who have never heard it before, you know. Many of Prince's finest works feature his falsetto, the haunting and beautiful Power Fantastic, the equally haunting and atmospheric Question of You, to the sparseness and vulnerability of Solo.
So low the curve looks like.
Then there are the ballads, so many amazing ballads and seduction songs. When We're Dancing Close and Slow, Do Me Baby, International Lover, The Beautiful Ones, Condition of the Heart, Adore, I Wish You Heaven. Again, I could go on and on. Prince's falsetto was faultless. It had a pureness to it that for me beats all the other falsettos I've heard. The high notes he could hit were incredible and just seemed so effortless for him. Just watch him live and see how he goes from baritone to the highest falsetto in a heartbeat with seemingly no effort at all. A truly remarkable gift. Prince's screaming. Has there ever been another artist in the history of popular music that could deliver such passion, such pain in their vocals as Prince? The way he screams can move you and shake you to the core, from the longing, pleading passion of The Beautiful Ones to the despair of The Love We Make. It was another truly unique and special gift in Prince's repertoire. Many of his seduction ballads included a passionate scream of lust and desire, but also Prince would incorporate his screams into many of his tracks, whatever the style or genre of music he was doing. Some great examples being the gut-wrenching screams of the futuristic synth-laden Something in the Water Does Not Compute. Or the nasty, gritty, total abandonment of Now, and the complete release of frustrations in fighting for his artistic freedom coming out in Endorphin Machine. Honestly, that scream, wow. Prince's screaming was truly unique and he used it to great effect on so many of his songs. It was a way for him to release and get across his passion, despair, hate, lust, frustration, and even love. Truly remarkable. Then we have Prince's baritone, As many of you know, my introduction to Prince was through the Batman album, an album that was predominantly Prince singing in his lower register. And it was this voice that pulled me in and drew me to him. I'd never heard, and still to this day, never heard a voice as so damn cool. And it was a perfect fit for that Batman soundtrack. Tracks like The Future really encapsulate this new Batman universe. Brooding and dark, but also so cool. Also, when Prince chose to sing a ballad in his lower register, it was amazing. Check out The Arms of Orion. His voice is beautiful, going from super smooth to super low in places, and all with such feeling to it too. It's a really beautiful and underrated vocal performance in my opinion, and one that truly moves me.
When I'm lost, feeling lonely, I just look to heaven.
Other great examples of this style of vocals are tracks like I Love You In Me, Diamonds and Pearls, and of course we can't forget the stunning, truly stunning Sometimes It Snows in April, a track which really shows the vulnerability in his vocals and writing.
Tracy died soon after a long fought civil war.
As well as having an incredible range in his vocals, Prince was also not afraid to experiment with different techniques in the studio to change his vocals, sometimes by accident, as according to Prince's one-time engineer Susan Rogers. This happened famously on If I Was Your Girlfriend, where a mistake led to distortion on certain words, but to her relief, when Prince heard the playback, he actually liked it and kept it that way. Prince also famously recorded his vocals at different speeds to create that famous alter ego voice of Camille, and on If I Was Your Girlfriend we have the higher speeded up vocal combined with a deep slowed down vocal too. It's an incredible mix which is unlike anything you've ever heard before.
'Cause to me, baby, that would be so fine.
Prince would use that slowed down voice many times, but most famously as the narrator on his truly amazing concept album, The Rainbow Children. Prince would also multi-stack his vocals on many tracks to great effect. The Greatest Romance Ever Sold is a fantastic example of this, and the anthemic Gold, which closes out the Gold Experience album, another. One of the most amazing things about Prince's vocals was how good he was at singing live. He was one of the few artists who sounded as good live as he did on record, and when you watch him, it's just so effortless. This is a true singer in his DNA, his soul. No singing lessons, no auto-tune or miming required here. Prince was born with natural God-given talent. From his falsetto to his screaming, Prince could do it all live as good as anyone ever did, if not better. Prince had so many talents as an artist, it was almost unfair. We were spoilt by his genius, which unfortunately has made it nigh on impossible for anyone to compare or come close. They try, but there is just one problem. They're simply not Prince. Thank you.